This is Matthew 19 and 29. And everyone that has forsaken house, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100, and they shall inherit everlasting life. Praise be to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the elder and the apostle who get wisdom, who do well. Peace and blessing to the motion this truth in sincerity, to the four winds of the heaven. It is Brother Yoshiyahu coming to you with this precept from Central Africa. So my lesson today will be centered against the sword in which Yahweh shall brought into our families. Right? He said he came to put a mother against a son, father against a son, and everybody, man. It is basically a beef in a house, man, because of this truth, man. Today I'm going to give my testimony. First of all, I was raised in a Christian family. My mother now is a 15-year Christian, man. And he was a Christian back then when he was a child, so he was raised in a Christian. Back then he was what you call a Catholic, all this other Catholicism. So he shifted from Catholicism or those church in which they do their sermon like Catholicism. He moved to a Pentecostal. So this Christian believes that the Pentecostal got the truth, man. That's why I told you it is 15 years. But if you go back, he is a lifetime Christian, man. And now she's approaching in her 50, man. So he's a grown-up woman, man. My mother. So I was raised up in a Christian, man. And we were very active Christian, man. We give tithes and we attend every sermons, man. And in between weeks, that's how I used to be. And I used to be a very active Christian. I knew scripture back then, but the scripture kept on contradicting. There was so many things which I didn't understand, man. So I was researching in YouTube. That's where I came across the truth, man. So at first I was trying to keep a low profile so that my mother won't discover that I am now a Hebrew Israelite, man. But I don't remember which exact day, but last year I asked my mother, do you believe that the Negroes are the chosen people of the Bible? And he said yes. But now we are in the time of grace, and everybody can come into a fold. Actually, my mother knows scripture. If we were just a lazy Hebrew Israelite, he can confound you. And during their Easter again, he phoned me. He said that he saw my post in Facebook. Sometimes I use Facebook. I don't use it for edification, but I post the scripture and the history. So he told me I should stop that. And he said that Jesus, so-called Jesus, gave her a dream that I was going, I am becoming to be a lost sheep, man. So that was a strong warning, man. And my mother is considered to be a high spiritual, the same Christian madness, man. There's the one who do prayers and self-proclaimed prayers for healing people, cast out demon, speak in tongues. that foolishness speaking in tongues. They claim they speak in the angel's tongue, but it is foolishness. Fluently. I don't know how where he gets that energy. My mother, basically, he stays in church. Morning he go in church, afternoon he go in church, and evening he go in church. So you can imagine how active he is in them Christian churches. So he discovered me. I tried to keep a low profile. I will tell you why. He discovered that I am doing that, and my siblings, they discovered that society. Here in Africa is not like in America. Here we live like a community. Another thing here in Africa, somebody being on a drug is a crime against society. It's not like America, the land of free. Here in Africa, we live like a community. If somebody tell you, are you in drug, that is a serious offense, man. You are basically a psychopath if you are in drug. That's why people here in Africa do secret. They smoke weed. That's the end. They don't do drugs. Those who do drugs, they are rejected by the society. The society reject you. You can't stay with people in the street if you do drugs. And straight up when I start preaching, people used to tell me, "Are you on drugs, man?" That's a serious offense in Africa, man. And going against your mother here in Africa is a very serious thing. The society, the society will basically neglect you. If you get a problem, the society, here in Africa, they live like a community, a communalism. Go and read about communalism. People actually help each other when you are sick. Here, many people here in Africa, they are very poor, so you need to live as a community. When you get sick, and then there's a healthy the healthy system here in Africa is not good. We depend on Western countries, so the healthy price here is very high, man. To do a CT scan is a couple of dollars, man. I can't afford to do a CT scan when I get sick, so people have to come together to contribute money so that I can do a CT scan. It is not like in America or Europe or whatever. So if you go against your family here in Africa, you are in a serious problem, man. That's why, and that's exactly what will happen to people who the Lord will not bring this trial for people who have broken families. Man. He will bring this trial for people like me who live in Africa and other brothers who have that bond of a family. And the other things, many people here in Africa, I don't know where they got that culture. Your mother is like a lord to you. I think your parents are like the lord here on earth, man. So my mother phoned me yesterday. It was a huge fight, man. To the extent my neighbor here started saying, "Oh, who is this guy, man, talking to? What is going on here?" I was talking to my mother on the phone, and I told her, "You will be destroyed if you keep on that Christian nonsense, man." I tried to talk her out, and hey, man, this Christian don't understand anything. He basically commanded me, "You need to get out of Christianity." That's like a warning, man. If you continue staying in Christian, will dissolve you or do anything. That is a serious offense in Africa. I don't know if you can comprehend that. So let's go and see some script how we treat our parent here in Africa. It's like in the law of Moshe. Your mother can curse you, and that curse will be in effect just by saying name, just by pronouncing a curse. If your mother tell you are cursed, you will be a psychopath from tomorrow. The curse will be on effect. That's another thing I used to wonder when I was in a Christian. Why do parents in Africa curse people and the curse take effect? Why do the white people don't have that? A white, I used to wonder. I look different video and see a son can sue his father. There is nothing like that in Africa, man. You can't sue your father. Your father is like a lord to you. You can't say that, hey man. And yesterday I told some of my friends that I was in a fight with my mother, and guess what they told me? A mother is always right. So you was the one who's backed out, and you need to go and apologize. They didn't knew what was the fight about. So your mother here in Africa, he can curse you. But if I am of the elect, he can't do that. And there will be a bug out, complete bug out. Eh? You can walk out naked. The curses, many are in effect, man. Hmm? Yeah. So let's Leviticus 19 and verse 3. You shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Shabbat. I am the Lord your God, man. So let's go. So that's basically what. Let's look here. If you know anything about Deuteronomy 20:27, this is in full effect. If you lie with your sister, you will be cursed, and that curse will be in full effect. Here in Africa, I don't know what is going on here, but that's what it is. If you despise your mother, you will be cursed. Not just any curse, a curse to the extent that will be backed out. Your aunt can curse you, your father can curse you, yeah, hey man, it is horrible here in Africa, man. Yeah. Let's read. Let's read. This is Deuteronomy 27 and verse 16. You can read about this Deuteronomy 27. This is applicable here in Africa. Those of them cast be that lie with cast be that lie with a beast cast. You know, here in Africa there are many Israelites, man. So these curses are still in effect. If you despise, you take lightly of your mother, you'll be cast, man. You'll be a bug out, walking naked and screaming. You won't even stay in your house. You'll be staying in the street, man, eating on them garbage, man. So I have grown here in Africa. I've seen many people who despise their father and mother, man. So I am not saying that I fear them. You see, I am not saying that I fear them or whatever, because I am doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So there is no encouragement against Israel, man. Talking about the elect, I don't despise my mom. I respect them, but they want me to stop teaching the truth, man. That won't happen. And I told her straight that will not happen. And I told her, let's see between your God and my God, who is a true God, man. Let your God defend himself while defending your God. And he told that he saw another dream. The first dream is what that I was going in a long way. I began losing that light of Christianity. The second dream, he saw me there in the Middle East, man. I don't know what that does dream mean. I don't know. Deuteronomy 27 and 16. Cast be that sitteth light by his mouth, and his father, his mother, and all the people shall say Amen. So this Deuteronomy 27 is still in effect, man. Your mother can curse you. That's the thing people don't know, man. That's why you got many Negro, bug out Negroes. They don't know even what's going on, man. It's not only the Lord. Your parent are your Lord here. Yes, man. I am not talking that you should worship your no, I'm not talking about that. So I am telling you the stories here about Africa, how we live in a communal, how life is expensive when you get sick here. You can't do even CT scan, you can't stay in a hospital even for 2 days. Life is expensive, we depend on the West, so the family have to come together. If you go against your family, you will be dead in no time. So I am telling you this so that you can know the heaviness of this matter. There in America, you can see it as a small matter, but here, this is a really huge matter. That's why the Lord have to bring you. Your worst fear is where the trial will come. That's it has always been like that. If you love your kids will get sick, they will be dead. So the Lord is trying you. It's like Job, man. Look at Job, man. The Lord will take something you value, man. The Lord will take something which will put you in a tight spot. So let's stop with this thing. Let's go to direct to Ecclesiastic. Let's go to Ecclesiastic and see Ecclesiastic. This is 3 and 2. For the Lord has given the father honor over the children, and has confined their souls to the mother over the sons. So the beef between a mother and a son is not to be taken light. So let's go back to see in Luke. What did Yahweh say? About Luke 12 and 13. Luke 12 and 53. Let's start at 51. Suppose ye that I came to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one household, divided 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. So to me, we live. I have 3 siblings, including my father and my mother. They are both there. We live like a family. It is not a broken family. It is a family. What does this house say? With love and the union. So I am the only one who is a bug out, man. So to speak, man, because I am this truth, man, and everybody see me like a bug out, man. So it is a family of 4 against 1, man. And we don't live only 5 in the family. Here in Africa, we live extended family. Can reach up to 10 people, man. So 10 against 1 is the large number. Remember, those are your closest kin, man. You cannot run away from them. Man. That's why I have to speak. This is a serious matter, man. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And they say that to the people. When you see, so there is one point I want to get here. Let's go to Luke 14 and the 26. Luke 14 and 25. And Zerah went to get married with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother, his wife, children, and brethren, and a sister, yea, and his own life also, not only your father, your sister, and your own life, he cannot be my disciple. Man. And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Man. Like Apostle Gaba did a video, man. When the end is approaching, that cross, it will begin to be heavier and heavier and heavier. We are talking about the families, the mark of the beast when it comes. Let's say my family see me as a bug out, man. When the mark of the beast come, or Isa, or anybody began rolling over the children of Israel, who you think will turn me over to their authority? My own household, because of the beef, man. So you need to know about that, man. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Matthew 19. Matthew 19:29. So this is a promise Yahushua gave to the elect, man, for the sake of edification. It is that at Matthew 19 and 28. And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of God, you also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. I was talking about the incarnation, sir. 29, which is my point. And everyone that hath forsaken house, brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first, man. So, for Yahweh name's sake, man, for you who says that the name doesn't matter, this is a cut for you, man. So, basically I told that my mother that let's see between your Lord and my Lord who will deliver. And I told her if he doesn't come out of that Christian madness, I told her straight, remember he's my mother. I never said a word on the face of my mother. I always kept quiet, man. There is another story why I keep quiet in front of my mother, man. Because back then in the society everybody rejected me. Almost everybody rejected me. I was a bad kid back then. If it was in ancient Israel, I could have been killed because I was a bug out, man. My mother loved me. He is the one who brought me in the right state of my mind. And yesterday I was talking to his face and telling him that if he doesn't come out of Christianity, he will be destroyed. That is offensive, man. And I prayed through the spirit of Yahweh, and I said that right in her face, and he was angry, man. He hung up the phone. It was a huge fight to the extent that I got a headache, man. Yesterday I slept, I didn't do anything, man. It was a huge fight, man. Let's go to we are still in the book of Matthew, man. Matthew 10, this is Matthew 10, 34. Now let's start 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven, man. So it was wrong for me to keep a low profile so they won't find. They found out through Facebook. I mean, they came against me. Because the Lord was trying to tell me something. You cannot keep quiet about my to declare my works, man. So I came on them strong and I told them I'm not going back to Christianity. Do whatever you are going to do. I keep pushing and preaching. And as they told me, nobody here listen to you. And I told I am not doing this for people to listen to me. I am just saving my soul, man. Verse 34, think not that I came to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. So a man's foe man's enemy are your own household. For you brother who got wife, your wife can turn you over to the household. I've seen this big man with a beard keep on preaching for 10 years now. Come and get him. Will be, oh, what is my wife doing, man? Your son, for you who got sons, man, he can phone the household. This dude is right here, and they come and take you and behead you through the guilt, man. That's why Apostle Gabaa said the cross will get heavier and heavier and heavier. There is nothing which is more painful than being betrayed by your sibling, your mother, your father, your kid. All of that, man. But we need to man up, man. Because we choose this. Yahweh shall choose this one. We didn't choose this path. Yahweh shall choose us. He was given by Yahweh, man, from the beginning. So you have to bear your cross, man. Walk through your salvation with fear and trembling. Carry your own cross. Carry your own burden, man. He that loves father or mother more than me is not worth of me, and he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worth of me, and he that takes not his cross and follows after me is not worth of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. He that deceives you deceives me, and he that deceives me deceives him not sent me. So he is going for those who will accept us in the society, the friends of the prophet. Let me continue to 42. He that refuses the prophet in the name of the prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. If you, where you are staying, there is a man who accepts you as a prophet, he listens to you, and trying to keep the commandment and all of that, he will receive a prophet reward, man. Shall receive a prophet reward. And he that receive a righteous man name, a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. But for those who come against us, this is verse 42. And whosoever shall give a drink unto him one of this right one, and a cup of cold water, all in the name of the disciples, where I say to you, he shall no wise lose his reward. So the one which that scripture which says that don't offend the little one, man. Let me get that scripture. This is Luke 17. Let's start at verse 1. Then said be unto the disciple, it is impossible, but that offense will come. So yesterday it was offensive for me to the extent that I got a headache. But woe unto him through whom they come. So this is basically saying woe to my family because they are coming against me. But I am praying for them. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we have mercy on them. If they are of the elect, they will come to the fold. If not, they will be destroyed, man. That's what it is, man. It doesn't matter if they are my mother, my father. If you are better for him that a millstone were hanging upon his neck and cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones. So that was it, man. So I didn't want to make this lesson long, so that's it. My family is against me, man. So it's like that, man. They are telling me that I have backed out and all of that. But I praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to keep me going, man. And if they cut financial support for me, because here in Africa, to be independent, you cannot be completely independent. Just imagine I can't do a CT scan on my own. I need to depend on my relative, man. So if they cut me off, then I'll depend on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that will increase my faith, man, because I need to walk with fear and trembling. So I won't fall out. They can laugh me. That's what I am playing, man. I hope I am of the elect, man, because this mayhem, at the end of the day, they will say, where is your God? And another thing I forgot, she was telling me to prove my God to her, man. He's saying that just cast some demon so you can see what you are worshiping is the true God. It's like Elijah. Prove you are God. She was telling me that, and I was angry, man, because the time the Lord have not reached there to get those spiritual power, and I was like, when the spiritual power come and shows this demons, right? Yeah. Right when I was talking with my mother, and another demon came because I was talking loudly, and he began to scorn me and to curse me because he knew me. He knew that I teach, and he is a black Edomite, very, very, very black. For you who says that, who all black Israeli, all black. There is one Edomite who live here in Africa. His history goes back when the German came to conquer Africa. The one German lady with his great grandmother back then, and this dude is black more than me, very, very, very black. He's an Edomite. He started scoffing. This is stupid. You know, talking the phone loud as that. And another bug out came in my room, man, to make me feel bad. So 3 people in a short time, not even a period of hour, came and offended him. I was angry when I began sending curse to them, man. I sent curse even to those who offended me previously, whom I have forgotten. I remember them all, and sent curses to all of them, and the other women I included, and sent curses to them. And of course, the curses work, man. I'll do another week lesson about the curse. I hope the lesson is edifying. But the next time, shalom.